All right, everybody, welcome. Today we're just going to sit here and have a discussion about some things that have been floating around. And this has been through like all the hype and everything that's been going on, especially when it comes to OG collectors versus young people versus, people are just getting back into the hobby and also people that are new to the hobby. And the big question that always comes across that I find interesting is a lot of people, especially OG, and I get it and I understand where they come from because I have the same feelings on it coming back from, opening all the OGs, going through Neo, through the Shinies, and then the Gold Star era, and also the Level X eras. When we were in those cards will always be near and dear to our hearts. They were the cards that gave you excitement as a kid in high school and in early college. And they were the things that you were looking for when you were in these boxes, and it just gave you that excitement that you were looking for. And when we sit here and talk about investing into the future, a lot of people like to diss and really bash modern products. The number one reason is the amount of print, and they're right. I mean, there's a lot of print compared to the original markets and original booster boxes from WotC and even the first generation from Pokemon USA. But you have to remember also we have grown a ton since then. I mean, we have gone from, a small community to a large community, and every year it slightly grows. Yeah, there was some stagnant periods in there, but from 2016 on, I feel that this community has continually had growth. And when you look at an investment point, you sit there, and what I try and do especially is clear my bias towards certain things and try and really think about where's it going to be in 20 years? Where's this hobby going to be in 20 years? Where's Pokemon going to be? Is it still going to be here? I feel that it will. I feel that the growth and the community itself is going to continue to go forward. A lot of us right now in the hobby in our 30 to 40 year old range are not going anywhere. We enjoy it. We love being in Pokemon. The ones that were, fly-by-nights and the ones that never really got interested and were looking at the income or the flipping or the scalping point of it have now left. We've lost some people because of the frustrations in it, and that's going to happen. But overall, I think the biggest thing is that you have to realize is Pokemon has done something that a lot of TCGs struggle to do, and we lose them because of it. And that is go multi-generational. One thing that I will say has been probably one of the biggest things of this last boom is it took the people my age, and instead of like 2016 had its boom, but my kids were too young, and we weren't quite ready to start putting expendable money into collectibles. We weren't quite there yet in our lives. And now you sit there and look at it as now it's 2020 and all this stuff happened. All this craziness boom happened. And this time we were ready. And the nice thing about being ready at that point is that most of us, or a good portion of us, don't want to say most, but a good portion of us had kids. And we brought our kids into the hobby. Now, from an investing aspect and the health of a TCG, the health of any business is getting that second generation into it. And Pokemon, with this boom, regardless if it was Logan Paul or Hidden Fates or just the fact of COVID, this has created the next generation of interest into the hobby. And if we do this correctly, and if we really do work at keeping the community healthy, we can really nurture this and bring that younger generation up and continue to create a withstanding and growing community and hobby. With that being said, I think the biggest thing that we need to stop doing as a community and in general is really bashing the modern that's out there now. Whether it's Sun and Moon, XY, Sword and Shield. We know it's been printed heavy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. We know that we've had a lot of ups and downs, and that we don't like the cards as much. We don't like Rainbow Rares as much. We don't like gold cards as much. And that's okay. We can live in our past. We can live with our 20-year-old sets and enjoy that Gold Star, that Shining Mew from Neo, We can go for them level X cards from back in the day, and it's great. Do it. Stop bashing the modern cards. Now, when I say that, and why I say that is I look at my kids. Are my kids going to have any interest in a Neo set, a base set, Jungle Fossil, Rocket, even going into all the way up to black and white? They're not going to have any interest in them sets, guys. Zero. We don't open them. We can't afford to. We don't bring them into the house. We're opening modern. We're opening what we can get, what you can get, what I can get. We're opening those. They're loving those cards. A lot of people like to sit there and say chase these gold stars. Chase the, level X's. These are the cards you want. These new ones are junk. I can tell you right now, without any doubt in my mind, in 20, 25 years, my son is going to have zero interest in those cards. None. He isn't going to care. They're not going to be something he wants. They're not going to be anything that he's going to look at. He's not going to give him the time of day. I'm going to put down on the screen next to me here the cards that you should be looking at for that generation in the future. These are the cards that you should be looking at investing, and they're not expensive, guys. These cards come down. You can get a lot of these cards even under $20, under $10. Some of these cards are even down to like $3, and here they are. We're going to kick over the first layer of cards that I'm going to show you right now are what I think are going to be the hot cards. And you can like it, you can hate it, you can call me wrong. Your rainbow rares are going to be your hot card in the future. I'm going to tell you why right now. When my son opens a pack and he goes through it and he gets to the back, he is absolutely excited. He gets that excitement that you and I had when we opened those packs and pulled that gold star, pulled that level X, pulled that shining card from Neo. He gets that in his eyes. He gets that excitement. He runs across the house to his mom and shows him the card that he just pulled from those packs. That is what you need to be watching for when you're looking at an investment 20 years in the future. Not what we like, not what we're excited about. Yes, keep it in mind. You definitely need to play both ends of the coin. Because we're going to get older, we're going to have more money, we're going to still be chasing those really old cards. But there's going to be multifaceted investment opportunity in the future of these cards. The next cards I'm going to put on here, gold cards. Everybody likes to sit there and say they hate gold cards. These cards are ugly. They look bad. They're not interesting. They're not anything near a gold star. They're not anywhere near a level X. Stop comparing them. They're not a comparison to each other. Look at them for what they are at face value. These are the cards that when they're pulled today, the excitement level goes through the roof of anybody between the ages of 5 and 12, even up to 14. If they're pulling a gold card, they are excited. You can see it in their eyes. You can see the excitement. The next one I'm going to put on here, and these are relatively cheap, guys. You can get some of these for down to $3, and most of them are under 10. Amazing Rares. Another nice touch that Pokemon has done in the last year that have really brought excitement back to kids. And I be honest with you, I like Amazing Rares. I think that they're really cool. They're not a gold star, they're not a level X, but they're still a nice addition to the Pokemon TCG. They're different, they're cool, they're just exploding out of their normal box, kind of like we did with the level X's and the gold stars. And they're a nice touch, but our kids are also going to be chasing these in any of the modern sets. The last point that I'm going to put on today is I'm going to bring this one out. Alternate arts. This is a discussion that I've had, and I think that it needs to be really looked at. My son has no interest in alternate arts. Kids have no interest in alternate arts. They can't tell the difference between this alternate art and a full art. There's no difference. So if you're going to collect alternate arts, you should collect full arts also. Because when it comes down to it at the end of the day, they don't know the difference. We pull it, I get excited. And I can tell you in the videos I watched, the last time we pulled that Leonhard box and got 2 alternate arts out of 3 packs, I was excited. I was the one who was over the moon pulling those cards because we've been chasing him for so long to get one. He didn't know what I was excited about. He had no idea. And I don't blame him. For him, it was just pulling a full art, which he got excited about the full art, but nowhere near what he does when we get these rainbow rares, when we pull the gold cards. Those are the two that he gets the most excited about. Those are the cards that you need to be looking at for the younger generation, and just stop bashing them. Stop calling them garbage cards because you don't like them. Think about it as the next person needs to be interested in it. And when they see these videos in the future, because I guarantee these videos are still going to be around YouTube, remember, they're going to see these videos and they're going to get turned down because they see you bashing these cards that they enjoy. And that's what chases people out of this hobby faster than anything. So have your glory days. Love your cards. I love them. And when we're 60 years old, we're still going to be looking for them cards. They're fantastic. They're our childhood. Remember that. It's our childhood that we're chasing and we love. This will be their childhood that they remember and love. And hopefully, if it happens, they can bring the next generation into whatever is being purchased or produced at that point, and they'll love it and move forward with it also. So guys, that's just my story for it right now. Investment purposes, definitely be looking at these rainbow rares and stuff. Gold cards, great opportunities. They're not that expensive because the guys that are my age aren't really chasing them. They're not interested. But they're definitely a good opportunity to get inside of your collection, get a hard case or a card savers, get them put away, put them in a shoebox, remember where you put them, and just forget about them for 20 years. Even watch them in 10 years, see where they go. Because as this generation gets older in college and stuff, they may be looking at this kind of stuff if they're just looking for something for collectibles. Collectibles is always a big thing, and it's not going to stop. It's going to continue. So definitely check those out. Definitely good opportunities out there right now in that range. Of course, look at the first edition. Keep your eye out on both ends of it. There's a lot of opportunities on both ends of the spectrum if you can think 20 years out, or really look at young and old. It's gonna deviate. And when the old get gone and the young get older, they're not going to have interest in what we are. They're not going to be interested in base hit jungle fossil because they're never going to be exposed to it. They see it on Leonhardt, they see it on YouTube, but personally, 90% of the kids out there right now are not going to be opening these sets or have much interest in it. So just keep that in mind as you keep making your videos as content creators and stuff. Don't bash these things. I think that it's a good opportunity to really learn self-control and to grow a community a little better if we can all just look at it for a great looking card, put it away, and save it for the next person or the next generation as they come forward. And this community will grow and continue to be healthy and continue to be a better place for anybody who wants to join this hobby. So with that being said, of course, if you're new here, hit that subscribe down below. It's right over here. Hit that notify down here, and also hit that like. We can get 40 likes on this video. It's greatly appreciated. Hopefully I brought you some information or some good food for thought for yourself. And if you do like this kind of content, as always, check out these two videos over here. I'll put them up for you. And we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.